We knew it couldn't be as easy as finding a cat. You knew it couldn't be as easy as finding a cat. Somehow, time warping is never as easy as you might hope. But before George Washington's men string us up as spies, I'd like to explain how we got into this mess. I'd like to, but I can't. The truth is, I have no idea how we got to 1776 just before Washington crossed the Delaware. But maybe I can tell you the basics and what Samantha told us. Then you're on your own. See, I think of myself as a pretty regular kid. I live in a pretty regular neighborhood in Brooklyn. I go to a pretty regular school, and I have two pretty regular best friends, Fred and Sam. I guess the part that's not so regular is this book I got from my Uncle Joe for my birthday. I don't know quite how to put it, but somehow this book can warp time and space. And somehow this book has sent Fred and Sam and me back to the Stone Age, over to 1600s Japan to fight samurai warriors, back to meet the pharaoh in Egypt, and into the future to meet our own great-granddaughters. So much for regular. We've gotten into trouble all over history because it's kind of hard to tell how the book works exactly. Sometimes a word or poem triggers the time warping. Sometimes it's a picture or a symbol. The one thing we have found for sure is that after we time warp, the only way to warp back home safely is to find the book, which is always way easier to say than it is to do. So this time, Fred and I were on the street outside my house. Sam was off visiting his grandma in Florida. It was the day before Christmas, snowing like crazy. Vacation. Perfect. I ducked behind a tree just in time. Fred's snowball popped against the tree trunk. I jumped out with 2 snowballs and launched my favorite sneak attack. It works almost every time. I threw a high, soft lob. Fred looked up to dodge it. Then I pitched a fastball right at him. He was still watching the lob when the fastball nailed him in the chest. "Argh!" said Fred. He scooped up his own snowball. He cocked his arm to throw it, and then, without warning, without us touching the book, going anywhere near the book, or even thinking about the book, the swirling white snow turned to swirling green time-warping mist. And we were gone. For the first and maybe only time ever, it wasn't our fault. I know we say that all the time, but this time it was really true. So what happened? I'll let Samantha explain it to you, and to the soldiers about to do us in.